In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use the grid and snap to grid for precise alignment. If you've ever nudged an object around and still couldn't get it perfectly lined up, this will make your life easier. The grid gives you a clean visual reference, and snapping makes objects lock neatly onto those lines so your layout looks polished and consistent without guesswork. First, let's make the grid visible. Go to the View menu and choose Show Grid. You'll see a series of faint lines appear across your canvas. Think of this like graph paper laid over your workspace. It doesn't change your design by itself, it simply helps you see consistent spacing and alignment. If you don't see the grid immediately, try zooming in a bit so the lines are easier to distinguish. Next, let's turn on snapping so your objects align automatically. Open the View menu again and select Snap to Grid. With snapping enabled, your shapes, icons, images, and text boxes will gravitate to the closest grid lines as you draw or move them. It's like a magnetic guide that keeps everything straight. You'll notice that when you click and drag an object, it lands cleanly on the grid intersections, making spacing and alignment predictable and repeatable. Go ahead and draw a shape or move an existing object. As you drag it around, you should feel that gentle pull toward the nearest grid line. This is especially helpful when you're building a consistent layout, creating evenly spaced columns, or aligning multiple elements without constantly eyeballing the distance. If an object doesn't seem to snap, double check that Snap to Grid is still active in the View menu and make sure the grid is visible so you can clearly see where it's landing. A quick tip: the grid and snapping are related but separate. Showing the grid lets you see the guide, while snapping makes your objects obey it. You can have one on without the other, depending on your preference. That flexibility is handy when you want precision at some stages and creative freedom at others. When you're ready to go freeform again, it's easy to disable snapping. Return to the View menu, choose Snap to Grid, and uncheck it. Your objects will now move smoothly without locking onto the grid. You can keep the grid visible for reference or hide it later the same way you showed it. That's all you need to create clean, consistent layouts with less effort. Turn on the grid, enable Snap to Grid, arrange your elements with confidence, and toggle snapping off whenever you want finer control.